Hi, and welcome to the Book Refuge. Today we are doing the Happy List tag. I saw this on a Beautiful Chaos of Books channel, but I'll link her down below, as well as the originator of this tag, but I'll definitely tag her down below. But I was really excited about this. I haven't done a book tag in a while, and this one's called the Happy List tag. That sounds awesome. Things that make us happy. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I didn't prepare it ahead of time other than like printing out the questions. So we'll just kind of talk about everything as we go. So number one is a book you always go back to and feel happy. Let's see. I think my answer probably has to be, man, which one makes me happy? I mean, probably East. It's my favorite book of all time. So I feel like I have to say that, even though it seems really predictable for who I am as a person. That's what I have to say, because that's my truth, and I can't be anything else but that. Number two, what are your standums? Fandoms that you will always stand by. I mean, Outlander is number one for me. I would die on that hill of Outlander. Also, who else would I like die for? Ooh, probably Illuminae. I am so hardcore Illuminae, and I feel like that doesn't get said a lot. I love that trilogy. I see like very little things wrong with it. It brings me so much joy and suspense no matter how many times I like re-listen to it. So I would probably say those. I mean, obviously Harry Potter, but everybody says that for this, and I think Harry Potter has enough people holding it up. So I'm gonna go with Outlander and the Illuminae files. Number three, a type of book cover you always buy. Wow. That's really hard. I mean, specifically, I'll show you one. I actually have a book by me. I really like bold colors with like wavy things going on. And I know that's really funny, but perfect example of this is This Cruel Design, and then like its first book, This Mortal Coil. I really like this bold color and the blurring around, and even this is a creepier cover, like Hidden Bodies has that vibe too. I really like solid, bright colors with some kind of design going on. And if I look over a lot of my books, you would find that. Yeah, I don't really like covers with people on them very much, unless it's romance. I know that's not the question. We're talking about what makes me happy. So that's something I really like about those. Yeah, I really like that. That's a fun question. Number four, a book trope you love. What's my favorite book trope? I mean, I have a whole video about this, trying to like pick one, because I mean, really for me, like any trope can be done well or unwell. What book trope do I like? I would probably say I really like arranged marriages. Obviously that's, you know, a historical romance thing, but it also happens in some other ones. Especially because it usually turns into they love each other for real. Whether they are both, you know, totally against it, or one person's for it, or they're like for it, but, you know, they're nervous about getting to know this person. There's just something fun about, you know, two people who would have never met or been, you know, and then somehow they end up together. So I would say that. I'm not going to give any examples because that might be a spoiler. We don't want to do that. Let's see. The next one, number five, an anticipated release you are excited for whenever you think of it. For me, that would probably be Supernova by Marissa Meyer. I'm very excited to see how that series concludes. I feel like the second book didn't progress the plot as much as I wanted to, but it still gave me a lot of like character building and things I liked. And just the situations that everybody was in at the end of the second book, I like don't even know like what we're gonna do. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I love Marissa Meyer's writing, so that definitely makes me happy to think of that one. And also another one is called I can't remember the first, I think it's like Upward Falling White or like Clear Falling White, which is the sequel to Zero Repeat Forever, which was a surprise hit for me. I really liked that book, and just the next one was just, it's taken too long to get here because it's been out, like the first one I think's been out like 2 or 3 years, and I was worried, it wasn't even sure if she was gonna like write the sequel, like one of those situations, and I was really nervous, and I'm really excited for that sequel as well. So I'm excited for those ones. An author whose full canon of books you love. Okay, so I have 2 answers for this. The first one is Julia Quinn. You know this if you've watched any historical book or any book or any wrap up I've done this whole year. She's in almost every single one. I love Julia Quinn. I love almost every novel that she's written. And in general, I love her full canon. They are all kind of connected to each other. They all like take place in the same time, and like the families know each other, and I love it. And then I love Sarah J. Maas, and I love all of her books. And I hope her new book, Crescent City, is good. And I'm a little bit more chill about her lately, but she was one that I was really reading at the beginning of this channel, and kind of had my first like quote unquote like big video spike with follower spike with her, and I love her, and I think she's a great person. I love her interviews and who she is, and so like she just makes me happy, and I'm happy she has a family, and that's all cool, but I want her to write more books faster. Number 7, your coziest go-to reading snack. Okay, I think it's weird that it's cozy. Like cozy is part of this equation. I really like Pringles when I'm reading. Chips are kind of annoying when you're reading though, so I like that. And then, I mean, I don't really snack when I read. So maybe I'll just say Pringles, and then, I mean, I don't really eat too many snacks anymore. With my, you know, like diet changes, I try not to be snacking, especially mindless eating, which is what you do when you read. So probably that, or else I really like these bars that I have. I'll put up a picture. They're these like fig bars. They're really good. They're kind of a semi-healthier option that I snack. So maybe those ones. Number 8, a book you've shared with family or friends. I mean East. I'll say a different one though. Let me think. What's other ones I've shared with multiple people? I mean, I share a lot of books with my sister. I'm trying to think of like one I've shared with. Probably Illuminae. So my sister's read those and she loved them, and my friend's actually reading the second one right now, and she really loved the audio of them. She's having a good time with that. So let's go with that. They really enjoy it. There's a lot to talk about. Those are really fun books. They're very interactive, and that's really cool. So I'd probably go with that. Number 9, a fellow booktuber whose content brings you joy. Well, Merphy, always Merphy. She brings me joy. Also, Daniel Green. I love his videos. He does such great reviews. I love his interviews with authors he's starting to do. I love them so much. I also really love Becca and the books. Her content is so beautiful. Like, I just wish I was as pretty as her and could make, and not like that, like her aesthetic as pretty as me. I'm not being girl hey, I'm not comparing or anything, but I just think her aesthetic is so beautiful, and I love her. She's awesome. Yeah, those are probably, I mean, pretty much everybody brings me, like Christine's stuff still brings me joy. I wish that she was like reading as much as at the beginning, but I understand how things can get away from you, man. Like, I'm privileged how much I get to read. It's because nothing else is happening in my life. And then number 10, name something about the content you create that you love. So, I mean, that's hard. It's hard to comment on yourself. I think number 1, I'm really proud of my consistency. I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I've consistently put up 2 to 3 videos every week for that amount of time. And that's something that, like, I really value in Booktubers, is when they say when they're going to put their videos up and they do that plus more. Those are people that I really love, because some of my favorite Booktubers, people I loved in the beginning, they don't do regular content anymore. And that's your life. That's their lives. Like, it's not like I'm like, cancel that person because they did that. But to me, that's what's really valuable in my Booktube life, because I like to know when your videos are coming out and that I will be rewarded for being a follower of you and always hit that time. So that's important to me. And number 2, I'm really excited about the historical romance stuff that I'm doing or starting to do more of, because that's such a, it's such a big genre. Like, it's everywhere. Like, every grocery store you're in, Walmart, Target, every place, it's everywhere, and you don't see enough people talking about it. And plenty of people can say, well, nothing changes about it, it's always the same, blah blah blah. And that's not true. Like, there's still a million different variations on a story, just like anything else. And I really want to fill that need. I'm always excited for more recommendations for historical romance. Please send those to me. But that's content that I'm not going to, like, back away from. And I'm really excited to see what comes out of it, because I love historical romance. It makes me so happy, because it's just a perfect, like, break from reality, and I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, well, that has been the Happy List book tag. I'm going to go ahead and tag. I'm going to tag Merphy, and I'm going to tag Joe, and then I'm going to tag my friend Becca at Becca's Book Club. Tell me your happy things, girl. And then I'm also going to tag Amanda at the Naughty Librarian. So I'm going to tag those people down below and tag them on Twitter, and we'll see who answers my call. So thank you so much for joining me at the Book Refuge today. I put up new videos every Monday and Thursday, and sometimes other days. And you can watch some more of those videos right now. Bye!